Time to dive into some life love shopping. Did you know if you hold a cup of warm coffee in your hand, you're more likely to judge someone as warmer and kinder than if you were holding an iced coffee? Yes, it is a new book. The author of the book, What Your Body Knows About Happiness, Janice Kaplan, joins us now to explain how to use your body to change your mind. Janice, welcome.
Thank you. Great to see you.
So you've worked with Parade Magazine, Good Morning America, and you've written a number of books, including a New York Times bestseller, The Gratitude Diaries. Now this new book goes a step further. How did you come up with the idea for what your body knows about happiness?
You know, when I wrote the Gratitude Diaries, I spent a year living more gratefully, and I discovered that you really can change your perspective. But then not all of us have every great day, and I had one particularly lousy day when all of my little gratitude tricks weren't particularly working. And then, for various reasons, I ended up on a boat at the end of the day. All of a sudden, the sun was shining, the water was sparkling, and I felt good. I didn't have to tell myself to feel good, I just did. And I thought, what's going on here? And I suddenly realized that we always think our mind is in control of everything, but our bodies are sending our minds the signals, and we have to figure out what those signals are that are going to make you happier.
So I love this idea of a cup of coffee making you kinder. How can holding a warm cup of coffee make you kinder?
Isn't that crazy? It's this fabulous research that was done out of Yale, where they asked people, they got volunteers to come, and they were going to describe certain people to them and see how they felt about them. Now, what they didn't know is that some of the volunteers were given iced coffee, and some of them were given hot coffee. And the people who held the hot coffee for just a couple of minutes beforehand actually had warmer feelings than the people who held the iced coffee. And it's again, our bodies are sending those signals, and in a funny way, our minds think in metaphors. Warm heart, warm coffee, that must be a warm person I'm looking at. And there have been lots of other experiments like that too. They've shown that if you're sitting on a harder chair, you negotiate harder than if you're sitting on a soft chair. Maybe, you know, soft chair, soft heart. And our bodies are constantly telling our minds things that we're not aware is going on. There was another experiment where people who were given a resume judged the person as being more serious if the resume were on a heavy clipboard than if it were on a light clipboard. Again, somehow their body was signaling this person must be a heavyweight, not a lightweight.
Interesting that you mentioned all these tactile experiences. You also say going somewhere new can up your happiness factor. Does it have to be a 5-star vacation?
Well, it's nice if it is, but
Yeah, right.
absolutely not. You know, our brains may be wonderful, but they're kind of lazy, and they like to get away with doing as little as possible. And so when everything is the same in a day, your brain kind of doesn't take in a lot of the stimulation. But as soon as there's something new, your brain goes on alert. And basically, it's checking to make sure that everything is okay. But it can be something as simple as take a different road when you're driving to work. You'll see things differently. Go to a farmer's market and buy a fruit that you've never bought before. You'll suddenly taste things differently. Anything we can do to arouse our senses, to get our brains paying attention, gives us just a shot of energy and a shot of excitement.
I love it. Just a few seconds left. One other way that we might be able to be happier right now.
Okay, sit up straight, sit up a little bit straighter. Research shows that when you sit straight and hold your head up high, it actually changes your attitude. You're actually better able to access happy memories and happy emotions. When you're slumped, you do that when you're in a depressed mood, and your body says, and your brain says, there must be something wrong. So sit up straight and you'll feel better, and you'll like this interview and this book a lot better too.
Janice Kaplan, thank you so much. The book is What Your Body Knows About Happiness. It's available for pre-order right now on Amazon.